Over to news from the Chennai Open. The tournament's second seed, Nicolas Almagro, has been having it easy after Steve Garces pulled out on injury today. But players like young David Goffin stormed forward. All of just 5 feet 8 inches, this Frenchman surprised tennis fans in Chennai when he shot down the local favourite Somdev Devarman in 2011. This year, he's back again, winning the second round in better style against Andreas Beck. Starting down a set, Goffin fought back hard as fans cheered him on, winning the next 2 sets with ease, finishing at 4-6, 6-4, 6-2.
Well, I'm standing here at the Nungambakkam Stadium where the Chennai Open has kick-started, of course, from 5 p.m. this evening. And it's been really mixed in terms of the excitement and atmosphere at the stadium, because the stadium at the moment is quite empty. We don't have fans flocking here this time around just before the quarterfinals begins tomorrow. In terms of the very first match, we had Steve Garces, who had actually pulled out of his match versus Nicolas Almagro, the second seed of the tournament, because he had a shoulder injury. So therefore we have a lot of injury prone players coming together at this tournament. So a lot of in terms of the competition, it's gone down even further, and also the top seeds right from the very beginning of the singles and the doubles draw, we saw top seeds like Tipsarevic, Wawrinka, Almagro all get byes in the first round, so we didn't get to see them play. At the moment, the biggest surprise really, and what we would be looking forward to, is Nicolas Almagro going into that quarter-final tomorrow, not having played a single game at all in this entire tournament. So that's one big match that we'll be looking forward to, depending on today's results, of course. And also, overall, we are looking forward to Mahesh Bhupati as well as Rohan Bopanna, who will be battling it out here at the centre court. Also, Leander Paes and also Tipsarevic, his new partner. Big matches coming up this evening, something we're definitely going to be playing witness to in a lot of excitement and colour. Hopefully the stadium will fill up a little bit more. In Chennai, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
And India face an uphill task of saving the Sydney Test. They trail Australia by 354 runs with 2 days still left to play.
Having stamped their authority on the match on day 2, the hosts came out all guns blazing on day 3. The Indian bowlers were completely ineffective once again as Mr. Cricket brought up his 16th Test run. He finished on 150 not out.
He's wanted this badly.
But this is the moment the fans were waiting for. Michael Clarke becoming just the 6th Australian to notch up a Test triple hundred.
The magical figure of 300 punches the air. The SCG are all standing and applauding.
Clarke could have batted on to try and get a 400, but decided to declare the innings on 659 for 4. An unbeaten 329 for the skipper and a mammoth 468-run lead for the hosts. Gautam Gambhir had a total of 16 runs from 3 innings before this, but he looked determined to change the stats. But once again, the opening pair let India down, Sehwag falling for just 4. Gambhir though looked more comfortable with the pitch having flattened out, bringing up his first Test 50 down under. Rahul Dravid had to bat on for a long time to keep India in the game, but Hilfenhaus had other ideas, the wall falling for 29. There were no further casualties as India finished on 114 for 2 at stumps, trailing by 354 runs.
Virat Kohli is still to find the middle of his bat on this tour, but his middle finger has created quite a stir. The Delhi boy coped up a 50% fine on his match fees after pleading guilty to charges of obscene behaviour on day 2 of the Sydney Test.
Virat Kohli's finger salute to the Sydney fans got BCCI a notice on the second day of the Test. The Delhi batsman pleaded guilty after being charged with ICC's level 2 offence and was made to surrender half of his match fees.
Today morning, we had received a notice from the match referee that level 2 charges have been framed against Mr. Virat Kohli and 50% penalty has been imposed. The player felt guilty and sorry, and matter has been closed.
Virat had earlier defended his actions on Twitter, saying, "I agree, cricketers don't have to retaliate, but what when the crowd says the worst things about your mother and sister? The worst I've heard." And he did find some support from England cricketer Kevin Peterson, who tweeted, "Haha, welcome to Australia, buddy. That's the way it is, mate. Beat them and they start abusing their own." Kohli lost his cool at the abusive Sydney fans when the Australians were piling on agony on day 2. He was lucky to get off with a fine, as the same gesture of Fulham fans got Liverpool's Luis Suarez a one-match ban last month.
The last time it was Monkeygate here in Sydney, but this time it is Virat Kohli's Fingergate that's hitting the headlines. But unlike last time, this does not threaten to cancel the tour. And if Virat finds the middle of his bat, all will be forgotten. At the Sydney Cricket Ground with Jaydeep Bhandarkar, Amitoj Singh for NDTV.
Vaikuntha Ekadasi is celebrated in Sri Ranganatha Swami Temple, which is considered as the most sacred of the 108 Vaishnavite temples. It is the major event at the temple, which is celebrated for 21 days during the Tamil month of Margazhi. Today, Lord Ranganatha is taken out in a procession through the Paramapada Vasal to the Tirumamani Mandapam. It's believed that Lord Ranganatha holds his divine darbar in that huge hall. Security has been beefed up and around 3,000 policemen have been deployed in the temple. And to a last peg, Co-optex inaugurated an exhibition of silk saris at its Thenampet showroom here in Chennai, in which Minister S. Sundarraj actively participated. We leave you with these visuals that could be a treat for your eyes. Thanks for watching.